And I've ran into a lot of opportunists in Africa, to be honest with you. And I'm not saying this just because I thought this by myself. I've been having people leave comments saying that since I've been in Africa, it seems like the women just want me to boost their channel, which that's
Hi guys, so today Auston posted this picture of him with a very beautiful, I'm assuming Senegalese girl, with the caption dropping today, meaning he's going to have a video with her this afternoon. And something happened that usually doesn't happen, in his under his posts. Usually when he posts pictures with, especially with beautiful women, it's like, praises. It's like, people telling him he's winning, stuff like that. But today people are pushing back, calling him out. This one by Lee says in about a week he will be slandering her name all over YouTube, then call her a gold digger that wanted to use him. Lindsay 9702 says he will be calling her an opportunist in less than a week. And here is, I think he is an American guy, a black American, I'm assuming. You seem to be X and tail, X and tail dude. Hopefully this sticks on in the motherland. Read that post when you mentioned about 80% of them being below your standards. So yeah, so people are finally, getting tired of this guy slandering black African women, and they are pushing back. And it is, it is very, it's now almost a predictable routine with him that he will bring an African girl, use her for views, but then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, he will say, she was just trying to use him, that she was an opportunistic, that she was just there for exposure, and Africans are like, people are getting tired of it, right? And let's be honest, it's not them who use him, right? It's him who use them.
and you're not gonna be able to ever get me because I'm gonna make the money off the video anyway. So I'm never getting used. I'm always gonna benefit. Fucking YouTube is for. Now,
This guy, he himself admits it. His channel views almost crash when he doesn't have girls on, right? Um, he, like, since he went to Senegal, I think I watched one video where he said, he's in Senegal, he's not going to be chasing girls to have them on his show, I guess. And he was just gonna show his, like regular life there, without going on a date, on dates and stuff. And guess what? His views have been trashed. His views, like, the last video he made, in the last 4 hours, he only got 2.8 thousand views. And I'm like, oh my god, that must be embarrassing, because I remember he was talking about how Marlo, the dark-skinned girl, was not really pulling as many viewers as the non-dark-skinned girls were doing, and he talked about how when he had her on, his channels were getting 1,000 views per hour, and he said that's embarrassing. He used that word. He said that that's embarrassing, but now, he has this last video for 4 hours, and it has only gotten 2.8k views, which means it's getting about 700 views an hour. That must be even more embarrassing, right? His channels right now, without the women being on, they are pulling the same number of views that channels with like 4,000, 3,000 subscribers do. Like, he has almost 80,000 subscribers, and the numbers he has been pulling are embarrassing, to be honest. Compared to compared to the number of subscribers he has, they are so extremely low. So he needs the women more than they need him. He needs the women. He has been talking about how Marlo got, her followers went from 100 to about 1,000 or 2,000 right now, and he's saying that the being on his channel helped her. But really, that is not, getting 2,000 followers is not really a big deal compared to what the women have been doing for him. They have been, basically his views with just him, without the girls, he averages about 10,000, right? With the girls, he gets a lot of views, like he gets 30,000, 40,000. So what the girls bring him is more than what he brings to the girls. The channel of the girls, like their YouTube channel, the YouTube channel of the girls, he brings. So yeah, he benefits more than they do. When what was her name, like Kesa, he is always like, when Kesa is the person they keep on mentioning when they're talking about opportunists, but Kesa actually brought him a lot of views. Combined, she probably brought him more than 150K views. When the girls are on, his views are way high. He said Kesa was bringing him like 5,000 views an hour.
Let's use the Rwandan chick for example, right? She played her part excellent. The first video I posted of her, 5,000 views per hour. 5,000 views per hour. And most chicks do that. When I bring a new character on the show, they get a lot of views. The same thing happened to Crystal. The same thing happened to Jane.
Jane, the first brown girl he has, she was bringing him 5,000 views an hour. Even that Kenyan girl whom he kept on calling Somalian, even though even she brought him almost 1,000 viewers. And actually her video, the video of her with him, is like one of his most popular videos. In fact, and remember, he had to edit the video and blur her face, or cover her face somehow, and she doesn't even speak on the video, but still she brought him close to 1,000K viewers. So he is the one using the African girls, not the other way around. He benefits more than they do. Not even more, because he benefited far more than they do. His channel is almost dead without the girls, the African girls. And it is very telling that the only girls, he has had Brazilian girls on his show. In fact, he has had Brazilian dancers and owners of dance studios or something on his channel. And the channel, I'm almost sure that the exposure helped them a little bit. He has had Kate on, the Asian girl, and I'm sure that the exposure helped her, because she is now dating other passport bros. She probably hook up with them because she was on the channel. But he doesn't call those girls opportunists. The only girls that he calls opportunists are the African girls. It almost looks like he is okay with the non-black girls benefiting from being on his channel, benefiting from the exposure that being on his channel brings for them. But when it is the African girls benefiting, when it is the black girls benefiting, he gets offended. He doesn't like it. And that is an extension of his colorism. He probably believes that the African girls should not be looking for opportunity for exposure. The African girls should not be trying to benefit from the exposure the being on with him brings them, because for him the African girls should be satisfied enough by the fact that he is dating them, because he believes that he's dating them is a benefit, like almost like he's doing them a favor. So they should be satisfied with that. They should not be going beyond that and trying to benefit from the exposure that being on his channel brings them. But for the non-black girls, he believes that he is dating outside his league, so he is more than happy for them to benefit from the exposure, because he already believes that those women are lowering their standard to date him. So the fact that he could be of service to them is something that he likes. He would like them to benefit from the exposure being on his channel brings. So that is that's the thing, that the colorism it's not just about preference, right? It extends to the way they treat black girls, and versus non-black girls, right? So when we are talking about colorism, it's not just about desirability. It extends to other areas of life too, right? Because like we said here, it's not. He has extended the colorism thing not just to preferring light-skinned women. It is extended to how he treats these women. He believes that light-skinned women, the Brazilian girls, have the right to benefit from being from the exposure that being on his channel brings them, but the dark-skinned women are not. They should not be trying to monetize being on his channel. So that's why I say I have a community post where I said that I don't know if it is a tweet or a community post, but I was talking about how the conversation on colorism being centered around desirability limits the conversation, because it is more than desirability like we see it here. It's not about desirability. It's about almost like how we treat people based on the tone of their skin. And with Auston, we see it with how he which girl he would be okay using him versus which girl he is not okay with using him. And the other thing, of course, is look how he is replying. His replying is so he doesn't care, right? He doesn't care if he is offending Africans, because, like I said, he's planning to go back to his favorite country, Brazil. So he doesn't have to pretend to care about Africans anymore. Because before, if he believes that he had offended Africans, he would go out of his way to apologize. But now it's like he not only is he not apologizing, he is actually letting us know that he doesn't care. So when someone asked, someone told him that he is a kiss and tell, instead of saying no, I'm not a kiss and tell, he said, I hope the girls do their research, meaning I hope the girls know that I am a jerk that would attack them once they leave me, and they should be okay with that, right? That is such a jerk response, right? But right now he doesn't care. He doesn't care about what Africans think, so he's going to continue to do this. And when Lindsay says he will be calling her an opportunist in less than a week, what does he respond? He responds with laughing emojis. So he doesn't even care any longer, because like I said in one of my videos, he is planning to return to Brazil, so he doesn't have to pretend to care about African and African girls any longer. And yeah, so his true colors are coming. He has never respected Africans. There isn't really, you shouldn't expect him to respect us, right? It was all for the show, the stupid African necklace he has. It's for show. I'm almost sure that as soon as he leaves Africa, he will take that off. And he has the great thing, he has a tattoo of Africa, right? But the great thing is that he has. I was going to say he will remove it, but he doesn't even have to remove it, because unlike his passport, the passport tattoo he has on his on his arm and all the other tattoos he has. The African tattoos is tattoo is actually on his back, so it's usually covered, so he doesn't even have to remove it. So, but he is showing us his true color, right? That all the I love Africa, I love Africa, I love Africa thing that he was doing for the last 6 months was just all for the show, because he knows that he needs Africa because he didn't have anywhere else to go. But now it looks like he thinks Brazil might take him back, so he's showing his true colors. His true colors are coming out. Labor of black girls. Anyways, I mean, I made this video because I was really happy that a lot of his audience is calling him out. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye bye.